80 plus characters worth of drama? Well, this'll be interesting. Hey everybody, it's the Lyoku Gem, and well, I'm making this video because I had mentioned it in my previous Total Drama cast list video, which you should totally check out if you haven't seen that yet. But since so many people have asked me to do what I think the likelihood of each cast member is, since I said I wrote such a list, then I will. I'm basically just going to read off the list and what I wrote down about each character. So without further ado, let's begin. Number 1 and 2 on the list are Noah and Owen, because yes, I know the whole off they go again on another adventure, but I personally think they're basically confirmed, so Noah and Owen make the top of my list as both numbers 1 and 2. Next up, we've got Harold. I think Harold is a character that deserves a return. He's always so funny and great, and hey, even if he ends up father, it's still a nice character to have around. And if there's anything to add, he was originally planned to have a cameo in Revenge of the Island, so there is still some love from the writers there. I wouldn't be surprised if Harold made a return, and to add on, he was originally lower on this list, but his voice actor specifically hinted his return. And I'm sure somebody already has noticed, but the notes on the characters that did make it into my list are also the same as what I have listed here, so don't be too surprised about that. So, continuing on, we have number 4, Bridget. It would be nice to see her get the kind of treatment that Jeff did in Redonkulous, and with that, it'd be fun to see her return and get some redemption after her Lost in World tour. While she was originally lower on my list of contestants that I thought would return, her voice actress recently made a video hinting at her return. Number 5, Heather. I want to say she needs a break, I really do, but she's basically a staple character of this show, appearing in every single season save for Pacateo and Redonkulous. If original characters are returning, then you bet that Heather's somewhere in the mix too. Plus, I wouldn't mind her being redeemed after she was dumbed down in All-Stars. Number 6, Alejandro. He is almost always interesting, brings a lot of fun to the game, and it would be interesting to see him return for a 3rd season. Number 7, and surprisingly not number 9, Trent. If any character deserves a return, it is Trent. We haven't seen Trent since Action, and that was years ago. 310 to Crazy Town was such a poor swan song for Trent, and he deserves better. Bring him back and let him become more of his own character and not a crazy person with a 9 fetish. Because let's be honest, Trent was a strong contestant in Season 1. Yeah, sure, he was just Gwen's love interest, but I believe Trent could be more. Number 8, Anne Maria. It's very clear that the writers are not done with her. Not only was she originally meant to be in All-Stars, but she could also make for an interesting antagonist if they wanted to. Number 9, Courtney. After the horrors that were Sunday Muddy Sunday, an episode I'd rather forget, Courtney needs more screen time to end on a good note. Not only that, but her and Scott need to be properly written in a relationship, as while All-Stars was okay with Courtney's character, it was not too kind on Scott's, and I want to see some good in-character Courtney. I'm sure a lot of fans would too. Number 10, Skye. Of all characters I want to return, it's her. But it would be nice to see how she fares against veterans of the show, and her plot with Dave is not finished, so I see her as a likely candidate to return. Unfortunately. Number 11, Brick. He is a character who very much deserves a return. Not only is he one of the best characters from Revenge of the Island, but he was originally going to be in All-Stars. It makes sense that they would bring him back to have more time to shine. Number 12, Seaman. Seaman was one of my favorite characters in Pacateo Island. She's the type whose development could grow even further by making friends outside of Jasmine and becoming even more independent from her sister. Heck, I wouldn't even mind her as a merger or even a finalist. Seaman deserves further development. Number 13, Amy. She kinda got snubbed by Seaman in one of my favorite Total Drama twists. She was interesting and would make for a good antagonist in the future. Number 14, Eva. Eva is a character that fans have been begging to return since Island. By the time this comes out, she'll have not competed in 10 years, so I think she deserves the return. Plus, with her being a part of Team Isco, how has she been left out for so long? Number 15, Dawn. Dawn is a character with an incredible amount of untapped potential, and is a very clear fan favorite. She could do wonders in this new season, and I and many fans want to see her expanded upon. Now here's where things get a little different. Number 16, Emma. Honestly, with Noah all but confirmed for this season with the reasons I gave earlier, I would love for Emma to be in this new season to further build on that relationship. In my opinion, she's the most likely Redonkulous character to appear in this new season. I don't know if Redonkulous characters will end up on this season, but I have them listed here as well, so because of that, Emma made my list and I feel that she's very likely if Noah's to return. So therefore, here she is. Continuing on, number 17, Scarlet. An interesting villain. It would be fun if she came back into the game and caused some more trouble. I would like to see Scarlet again, and would love to see her have another chance. Plus it'd be fun to see her go up against some of the real villains. Number 18, Jasmine. Jasmine was a fan favorite, so I could very much see them return Jasmine to help convince people to watch the season. Number 19, Cody. Cody was amazing in Total Drama World Tour, and I want to see him return and play again and continue his arc with Sierra. Last we saw them together, they looked pretty happy to be around each other. Of course, maybe that's more because of Cody's face being in a good place. But his arc with Sierra needs to be completed. Oh, let's not forget that he was originally planned for All-Stars, making him even more likely. Number 20, Sierra. Her story is not over and she needs to get some redemption after the poor interpretation of her in Total Drama All-Stars. She needs to finish her arc with Cody and Cameron, because it's a fact that she was better at the end of World Tour, actually becoming friends with Cody only to get worse again. She needs to be brought back so they can change her back. Number 21, Duncan. Duncan is basically a staple contestant in the Total Drama series. I wouldn't be surprised if they brought him back for more drama and more screen time. Plus, Duncan's the coolest, a fan favorite, and come on, who doesn't want to see him back for another round? Number 22, Gwen. Like Duncan, Gwen is basically a staple in the Total Drama series. I don't really want her to come back and have the whole love triangle deal, but maybe it's time to readdress Trent and see if there's anything left there. Plus, how things ended with Courtney in All-Stars. That, and I think Gwen needs her character brought back to Earth after All-Stars' rather interesting choices for her. Number 23, Leshawna. Leshawna deserves a return, plain and simple. Plus, let's resolve some Harold stuff. What exactly is their relationship? Number 24, DJ. DJ is a character who has been consistently coming back and still has some potential left in him. I'm being a little biased by putting him higher on this list since he was the first character I ever called my favorite character in this show. But look at him, he's so lovable and great. He deserves a better ending than World Tour left him with. And if a cameo in Revenge of the Island is anything to boot, it's clear that the writers still have love for the big old marshmallow. Number 25, Scott. Scott's story is not over. While he's with Courtney now and that's awesome, I think it's fair to say his characterization in All-Stars was a bit awkward at best. Maybe it's time for him to win. Maybe it's time for him to play fair. Either way, I believe Scott will return. Number 26, Cameron. Cameron deserves redemption after All-Stars. His entire arc of becoming independent was ruined in favor of Mike and Zoe becoming more important characters. He needs a semi-arc to get back, but not stay. Number 27, Dave. I want to put him lower on this list, I really do, but it's clear that, despite everything, they're not done with him yet. Him and Skye are probably going to have more interaction this season, and if they are, well, it could be interesting. They have to finish their story. Number 28, and yes, I put them together in the same slot, but Jay and/or Mickey. The Adversity Twins were some incredibly interesting characters. I thought they had a good storyline in Redonkulous. Who's to say that they didn't try to get even braver and try for the most dangerous show out there, Total Drama? It would make even better for their plotline, and because of that, I put one or both of them in the new cast to see more from them. So that's why they're on number 28. Number 29, Brody. Brody would be an interesting addition to the Total Drama cast. It would be cool to see if he came to meet some of the friends that Jeff has undoubtedly told him about. Plus, Chris would be interested in someone who won the redonkulous race. Number 30, Sean. With being a winner in his last season, it would make sense for him to come back and see how he'd play with the seasoned veterans. Sean would be a fun character to bring back. I hope that he makes a return, even if to be fodder. Number 31, Max. Max is a fun character who deserves the chance to play again. Maybe they could turn him into a real villain, or have him have a redemption arc of turning good. Either is possible, and I'd love to see Max again. The writers like him, so why not? Number 32, Jock. As much as I want to say he's too old, the Ice Dancers were the best Total Drama villains since Alejandro, so I could very much see them on a season of Total Drama for that reason. And with that, we get into number 33, Jose. Like I said, the Ice Dancers were great villains. I want to say the too old argument, but they're too good and would cause some serious trouble in Total Drama. Number 34, Sugar. Honestly, I'd put her in the middle because I'm not sure. She went far and could play well against the pros, but people either like Sugar or hate Sugar, so I'm just not sure. And honestly, in case you couldn't tell by my tone, I'm on the hate bandwagon. Oh god, I hate Sugar, but I'm not going to go into that. So, we move on to number 35, Lindsay. She could come back, especially after what happened to her character in All-Stars, but maybe just not yet. Number 36, Stephanie. Probably one of the most interesting women on the redonkulous race. To see her and her overachieving, winning attitude come onto Total Drama would be fun. I could see her going up against some of the best of them. Number 37, Ryan. A good character who's interesting. He can be kind, as shown with Carrie, and let's be honest, he'd probably dominate challenges. I could see Ryan fitting well in Total Drama and getting along with that cast. Number 38, MacArthur. As much as I dislike her, it's clear that the writers of the show are quite fond of her. She could possibly have a redemption arc and become a little more straight with the law, and actually become a decent character. But who knows? Yeah, I'm a jerk. Okay, number 39, Izzie. Izzie's a fun character, and it's clear the writers love her. Maybe they could explore how scary she is to Cameron and that sort of thing. Plus, who doesn't want Izzie to meet and mess with Noah and Emma and kinda bug her little buddy Noah? Number 40, Kitty. She was great, and I'd love to see her in Total Drama. But like Samurai Jack, you can't get in yet, Kitty. Not yet. Not yet. And yes, I actually did write that down, which is weird. Number 41, Sanders. While I like her more than MacArthur, it's pretty clear that MacArthur is the one with the dominant personality and would be more likely, which is why I put Sanders lower on the list. But she has a chance, so I will put her here. Number 42, Lightning. Lightning's a great character, but it's not time for him to come back yet, even as fodder. Number 43, Topher. Topher is a fun character, and while I know what exactly happened in canon, this show isn't the type to exactly follow that sort of thing. So to say Topher will never come back is ridiculous, and it would be interesting to see him try and take Chris's job again. Number 44, Devin. He's definitely the more interesting of the best friends team. I think if he were to come on to Total Drama, he'd make a lot of friends easily, and be playing for Carrie back home. Okay, number 45, Ennui. The Goths, despite everything, were interesting characters, so seeing them come to Total Drama would be nice. Plus, let's not forget the potential for a friendship with Gwen there. Number 46, Katie/Sadie, which again, one slot. The only reason they're so high is because they haven't competed in so long. But honestly, they should be saved for another season of Redonkulous. Number 47. It's not time to bring her back just yet, in my opinion. Number 48, Crimson. Despite being a little bland, her and Ennui make for interesting characters in Redonkulous, and would make for interesting characters in the main Total Drama series as well. They were good players in Redonkulous. Maybe they could be in the main timeline as well. And plus, let's not forget the potential for a friendship with Gwen there. Number 49, Carrie. Carrie would make for an interesting character in Total Drama. She'd make a lot of friends and would be cool to see in the main series. Number 50, Dakota. She will be fun to see again. Is she still mutated? Is she not? I want to see how she works out and how her adorable relationship with Sam is going as well. Number 51, Rock. Definitely the more interesting of the rockers, and the dominant personality of the group. He'd fit well with the Total Drama cast, and probably do pretty well in this show. Number 62, Jeff. Jeff had his time to shine in Redonkulous. Let him take a backseat for a little bit. Number 53, Jet. While enjoyable in Redonkulous, I feel like their plot is finished, so nope. Number 54, Tom. The fashion bloggers were fun characters, and it would be interesting to see them on Total Drama. These are characters that I should have hated, but found to be quite charming despite everything. Number 55, Justin. I think Justin had his arc in action. He never really needs to come back. Number 56, Ella. I doubt Chris would bring her back as much as I liked her. I don't see her returning yet, or any potential at story except maybe getting with Dave. Number 57, Sam. Sam was pretty much done in Revenge of the Island, but when used in All-Stars, he was just there for fodder. He would not return unless Dakota were to return. But even then, it would be more interesting to see her on her own in the competition again. Number 58, Rodney. The only plot you could give Rodney is giving him an actual girlfriend, but that would be useless, so please don't. Number 59, Spud. I see him as one of the least likely characters. I doubt he'd return, especially as the lesser member of the Rockers. Number 60, Ezekiel. I doubt he'd come back as a contestant. Seems like they just like the Gollum joke a little too much. Number 61, Mike. Yeah, he's never coming back. Number 62, Lori and/or Miles. While forgettable, her and her partner are interesting enough to possibly come back in the future, but hard to say. Number 63, Blaney. Her return could make for some interesting drama. Number 64, Chet and/or Lorenzo. They'd be an interesting addition from the Redonkulous race. We could see them develop the relationship between the stepbrothers even more. Number 65, B. He could have an arc of becoming more comfortable with himself. Number 66, Leonard. It's not time to bring him back yet. Number 67, Tammy. Just like Leonard, it doesn't make sense for her to come back, and she was kind of boring, so no thank you. Number 68, Junior. Too young. Number 69, Kelly. Too old, would be useless in Total Drama. Number 70, Dwayne. While interesting, he's too old. Number 71, Beth. Her arc is basically complete. Number 72, Elodie and Mary. Not very memorable. Probably would have just been another Scarlet mixed in with a touch of Harold. Number 73, Beardo. I literally have no reason to see him return other than to be fodder. Number 74, Stacy. She's never coming back. And number 75, Gary and Pete. Way too old. And that's my list on likelihood for each contestant's chances of returning or not. I hope you understand the reasoning for each character and why I put them on this list. Like I said, I just read off my list that I had on, well, my computer and just read it out, so it's just a thing. It's there and it's fun. But what do you think about my character's chances of returning? Do you like it? Do you dislike the list? Would you have placed anyone higher on the list or lower? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video and want to hear more from me, then like and subscribe. And hey, check out my social media accounts at Tumblr, Twitter, and my Discord server, which will be linked below. With all of that being said, this has been the Leshawna Gem, a warping out.